テレ東
for holding STS Forum again this year. Each year, for the last 7 years, I have scratched my head over what to talk about here. But this year, it was a piece of cake. It is that the belief of Chairman Omi and everyone here that science and technology make the world a better place is absolutely correct. And that now is the time for all of us to renew our confidence in the roles that science and technology can play. So, this year, I want to stress, first, you are correct. And second, you can do even more. And I want to be your cheerleader in chief. Thank you. Just recently in Yokohama, my government hosted TICAD 7, to which we have since 1993 invited heads of state and government from all over Africa to discuss growth. And before this, in June, I hosted the G20 summit in Osaka. At both of these, we discussed the roles of science and technology. TICAD 7 confirmed the point that STI is important in achieving the SDGs. This is the very same position the STS Forum has held for many years. STI, science, technology, and innovation is crucial for realizing the SDGs. For example, we can see the state of crop harvest by looking at the surface of the Earth from satellite up in the space. If we know the yields to come, we can foresee the income farmers will get. And if farmers' cash flow can be predicted, it will be easier for farmers to get access to finance. That is just one example. Meanwhile, the world leaders who came together at the Osaka G20 summit made a pledge that they will work to reduce the amount of new pollution from marine plastic litter down to zero by 2050. One thing I'm glad about is that the G20 Osaka leaders' declaration recognized the important role of plastic for society. We should be proud of some of the great inventions in 20th century gave us. Plastics are one of them. Without plastics, we could not have made packages of fresh food that are easy to be shipped and put on display at supermarkets. Plastics have been a great equalizer connecting farmers and consumers. And because they will be necessary in the future as well, we must not look on plastics as the enemy, nor give the cold shoulder to people who used them. what we need is the good management of waste while calling for innovations to give us solutions. It is for this very reason that my government will launch a program to support the efforts of developing countries in the areas of MA, R, IN, and E, or the marine. The MA stands for the management of waste, R for recovery of marine litter, IN for innovation, and E for empowerment, meaning that we must make our waste managers empowered and make them our heroes. Among these, I want to stress the value of innovation. In one Japanese company, scientists spend a lot of time in the mountains looking for microorganisms. Luckily for them, one day, on their own factory grounds, they found an ideal microorganism. This was in 1993. Those special microorganisms were exactly what the scientists had been looking for, because they had the power to condense polymers within their own bodies in much the same way that we humans store fat around our waist. To make a long story short, after that, they succeeded in engineering microorganisms that store more polymers and made it to produce biodegradable plastic on the mass production line. This plastic is one that can decompose at normal temperatures, even in the ocean. I understand that the speed with which it melts is the same as that for the cellulose found in papers. The plastic comes not from petroleum, but from vegetable oil, and it is a biodegradable plastic that decomposes in the soil and in the water by microorganisms, and yet boast the same performance as plastics made from petroleum. This is an achievement of the Japanese company, Kaneka. Kaneka's production capacity will soon reach 5,000 tons a year. It is still a tiny amount, for sure, but it is being mass-produced. This is a really encouraging development. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, the trend to be anti-this and anti-that can be seen around the world. Anti-growth, anti-capitalism, anti-globalism, and anti-plastic. I too understand that each of these has its unique reasons and circumstances. But I also know that there is a way to bridge the gap. It is a way that continues on towards the future. That way is nothing other than innovation. Those of you attending the forum share a positive, active mindset. So whenever you hear there is a problem, the next moment you know you are thinking about a solution. We have great expectation for that proactive attitude. The future of humankind depends on science and technology, and your roles will become even more important. I very much hope that now, more than ever, you come to have even greater confidence in your own work and the power you possess. Thank you very much.